Aw. Yes, unfortunately, Maddie, I do. Welcome back to the Surge.
Overnight, it's evolved. The dots have become structures, thick black veins underneath my skin. Sclerotic. It's no longer human tissue, it's something else. I went up to Ops and took some samples from my lower right leg. The structures there are more developed. The area is completely numb, there was no need for anesthesia. Cutting into the overlying layers of skin, I removed several cubic millimeters of tissue. Analyses are still running.
Seems Dr. Murphy is probably making a big mistake injecting himself with nanomachines, but, oh well.
Now I see the real reason you're here.
You!
A purge. Is that their game? Dispose of me like Chavez? But I assure you, it's just growing pains. A little more time. But no, everything has to happen now. It must be perfect, or at least pretend to be. I won't let you destroy our only hope, just because it offends their delicate constitutions.
Well, Dr. Gene Barrett has been watching us on our adventure through R&D, and he has been watching us kill everybody here on the way to him. And I think he's kind of got the wrong idea about who we are. Dr. Barrett over there seems to think that we're part of the cleanup crew, sent to dispose of Chavez, people associated with her little honeybee cabal, buzzing through the walls and all that stuff. And, he's incorrect. We're just looking for answers. But, we're gonna have to get to him first before we can tell him that. So welcome to the boss fight of R&D. Sorta. Sorta, kinda. We'll see. I'll show you what I mean.
Received a communication from Mary Shaw. Named Ellen Bell? Well, you fucking should. Michael Shaw's sister. Candidates for the program were meant to have no family or friends. This is on your head. I expect the situation to move quickly and quietly.
So, this area contains some lore, contains some enemies, and it has a little puzzle with these door locks. This is a really interesting take on an arena-based boss fight kind of thing. Survival waves and all that shit. We need to unlock the door so that we can get to Dr. Barrett. But, there are currently, like 15 robots in our way.
I took the initiative. I came up with a solution. Didn't see anyone else raise their hand after resolve.
And Dr. Barrett's gonna monologue to us while we're doing this, while we are making our way through the maintenance tunnels, trying not to aggro any of the robot guys. You see, this room is a trap, basically. A giant trap. A puzzle room that we have to disarm.
Years of toiling for the good of mankind. All that. Somebody had to do the dirty work. They were trying to get their manicured little hands.
If you really want to, you can run straight up the middle and aggro all of these robots and try as hard as you can to fight them all, potentially unsuccessfully. But what is better is to do what I'm doing, which is to sneak around and make use of these buttons to close the lab doors so that they can't get in.
Lab 02 locked.
Stay where you are. He might still be around. He's playing with us. Playing.
You see, this way, we can sneak around this area and only aggro the robots one at a time.
Hide and seek, aren't we?
Well, Dr. Barrett taunts us. It's really interesting. It's a really cool set piece. And over here, of course, is our way in. So let's just take out the rest of these gentlemen, and then we'll have some words with the good doctor. These Proteus robots are a pretty good source of scrap, but unfortunately... Oh wait, I think I mentioned this already. In case I haven't mentioned it, and I've forgotten that I have or have not done so, you only get the scrap from killing one of these Proteus robots if you are the one to land the blow that kills them, which is really unfortunate.
You trusted me this far. We all want the same thing. We've looked at other ways, and there's always going to be risks. Utopia works guaranteed. I know the board is balking at the figures, but think of it as cleaning house. Problem solved within 1 generation. It'll just be a much smaller one than previously estimated, but that's a good thing. We've been worrying about what to do with overpopulation for almost 100 years.
Well, that sure is kind of ominous. I wonder what he means by that. Maybe, now that we've listened to this audio log, we'll be able to get an explanation for that ominous phrasing out of him. Of course, first we have to deal with all of these robots that are standing here in the main area. There's a couple of them in the glass cases, and there's a bunch of them running around here. So let's maybe just take things one step at a time here.
Don't let it fool you. It could be anywhere.
The Proteus robots are cool, but they are our first real enemy type that has advanced melee tactics. You can see that they have the same moveset that we do, actually, with the nano microscope thingy. They have quite a bit more melee moves to their arsenal that can kick our ass. And also, if you can't tell by the impact sounds they're making, they hit very hard. They're very good at knocking Warren around, which can be a bad thing if, say, there's 2 or 3 of them coming at you at the same time. Thankfully, the equalizer is pretty good at stun locking them. Pretty good. So, it's a good thing I picked it up. Really, the equalizer is perfect for this area. The area where they give it to you. Because you definitely need a weapon that can, you know, stun lock enemies real good. Thankfully, we have our high-level vital injectors to keep me alive while I'm struggling with these guys, because they really are giving me trouble here. If I was more careful, I probably could take them out easier, but at this point, this area was going on for so long that I was like, wait, this is gonna be like 2.5 videos? And I just wanted it to be over. So we're taking things a little quickly here, but not so quickly that it's not so quickly that I'm gonna get myself killed. I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing. Sorta. Okay, now let's get going. Oh! Oh no. Okay, there's one more problem to deal with. The actual boss of this area, I suppose if you could call him that, is the bloodied Proteus robot. Cyborg. Automaton. Near automaton. He's near being an automaton. Okay, this guy is pretty much like the other ones, except he does a ton of damage. And I want his arm. And I want his weapon. So, we're just gonna take those from him. Thank you. But oh wait, he's not done yet! There we go.
It's easy to point your fingers at others, isn't it? So tell me, who is the real monster? The wolf devouring the sheep, or the hunter murdering its cubs in their lair?
Well, you are the guy who's running a team of people who kidnap quote-unquote volunteers and turn them into robots, so it's still you. You're still the bad guy.
Attention, please. Contingency protocol for asset preservation has been activated. Opening containment cells.
Oh, shit. Oh, good
Really
work.
think I'd let you sacrifice the future of mankind because management suddenly grew a conscience. So what now? Going to be a good boy and finish me off? Murder me in cold blood? You know that won't change a thing. It's too late, you see.
I'm really thinking about it, Doc. But
An
fine.
inquisitive mind.
We'll chat.
That's the spirit. And besides, things without all remedy should be without regard, right? What's done is done.
Unfortunately.
What the hell is this freak show?
This freak show, as you call it, is my legacy and the future of human life on Earth. You failed to see, or maybe you chose not to. But I'm trying to save mankind here. Not just the species. No, I'm trying to save all of us. We're flawed, incomplete. We're not yet prepared to re-enter paradise, you see. We wouldn't survive. My Homo Machinalis could change that. They are the living proof that we could be more than human. We, all of us, could fill the world of tomorrow. Ascended beings in a new utopia.
This is Project Utopia?
You're sick.
Oh, you moral crusaders. Always the first to swing the sword from the little corner of self-righteousness. Chavez was exactly the same. Always beyond reproach. Even when the first reports on Resolve came in. I don't claim to know the one truth, because there isn't one. Everybody takes sides, and always their own. Good, evil, all nonsense and totally subjective. Just children's stories. As we grow older, mortality beckons, and so we reach for the divine. Same fairy stories, different binding. The individual must be prepared to sacrifice himself for the many. The species is what's important.
What are you, fucking crazy? You're turning humans into glue!
So, these Tin Men are supposed to be our future?
Not pretty, is it? But the truth rarely is. Just think of it as an upgrade to survive the world of utopia. Our meat machines are inadequate. We won't make it unless you hightail it back to your master's tower. We have the will to survive as individuals, but as a species, we need a push. There's no winning without sacrifice. I just wanted a level playing field to create a utopia for all.
Oh, except for the hundreds of thousands who won't make it into the robots.
Let me put the record straight. Unlike Resolve, which will exterminate us slowly and painfully over generations, my nanites do a quick and clean job. I've minimized the suffering, a fresh start, a clean slate for those that remain. If that concerns you now, then you shouldn't have tried and stopped my little pet project. Anyway, I'm sure you'll be safe. Go on. Go smoke a nice fat stogie and watch the apocalypse from your glass tower with the rest of them.
I think you're a bit confused,
I think
Doc.
you got me confused with somebody else. I'm not working for the board.
Maybe you are. Maybe you're not. What difference does it make now? This place is going straight to hell, and we're going with it. Or we're already there and didn't even notice.
Not if I have anything to say
What
about
about
it.
Chavez?
Yes, what about her? Not seen since she threw a tantrum and got kicked out of my labs. But still, wonderful woman. And an extraordinary scientist. An incredible intellect. Kind-hearted and so ambitious, you have to admire a fighter. But Resolve didn't work. We needed to act and act fast. And I had the solution. It's just a shame her ego got in the way of her career.
Oh, as opposed to your ego.
So you know what's going on here.
I'm honored by your assumption, but even I have my limits. I do know a mob stormed my labs and my colleagues are either dead, dumb, or simply gone. So much for security. And what's the board doing, Still twiddling their thumbs over the launch of Utopia? I submitted my
Launch?
final analysis weeks ago and I'm still waiting. We need people who can make decisions around here.
I've got a decision for you.
I think we're done here.
Blow it out your ass, Doc.
If you don't mind, Inspector, I need to get back to work. Terribly important things to do. Terribly important.
Yeah, you do that. I'm glad I spoiled your experiment. dick. What a jerk. And he released all of the robots from their containment, too. His Homo Machinalis, the next step of human evolution. Can you believe this guy? Oh, sacrifice the many for the needs of the few? What are you, crazy?
Security breach detected. Unauthorized implementation of contingency protocol confirmed.
Great! Oh, great. So now the robots are running around and everything's screwed. But hey, at least now that we've reactivated the power, we can get to the executive forum and speak to the board. Hopefully clear up this horrible mess we've gotten ourselves into. Although really, did we even get ourselves into it? This isn't even my mess to clean up anymore. And yet here I am, doing everybody's bidding. Sally's bidding, inadvertently the board's bidding.
Apologies for the delay in getting back to you. Your brother was transferred to R&D on the 17th. Due to the nature of his work, he will be unable to contact you for the foreseeable future.
And this is Project Utopia, huh? Or at least part of it. This is Dr. Barrett's version of Project Utopia. Turning humans into nanorobots. These terrible, terrible machines. Not even to speak of the fact that not everybody will be able to make the transition. Is this really the next step of humanity? Really? These things? I don't know, man. I don't know if I agree with the good doctor on this. In the end, I feel like Dr. Barrett's just as crazy as the rest of them. It's just that he has a different breed of crazy. And he's wrong about Project Resolve. According to Dr. Chavez, anyway. It's not... The problem is not that Project Resolve doesn't work. The problem is that they pushed it out before the research was done. So, for all we know, Project Resolve may be the real solution to repairing Earth's atmosphere, fixing the planet and healing things and all that stuff. But thanks to Creo moving on to Project Utopia and abandoning Resolve back whenever they did that, now it's too late. But you know what? Things aren't all bad. Because we've increased our comic book collection yet again. Also, we picked up this photo during the Creo World DLC, and I couldn't remember when I was recording if I had looked at it or not. So here it is, again, if I've already looked at it. Look at all those developers. And Warren right there in the middle, trying to decide how he wants to spend his future. You know what? I don't think he would have expected at the time that it would go in this direction. Definitely not. Another Iron Mouse comic. Iron Mouse, of course, is looking very tall and proud. Happy for him. We've worn those clothes now. Now we are the Iron Mouse. Or something like that. But yeah, this is another, this is a little extra area that you can explore after you've finished off the rest of the area and turned the power back on. Dr. Barrett may have released all of the robots from containment, but there is one good thing he did for us. Now the way to the executive forum is going to be open and potentially unguarded now that Creo's security has been tasked with hunting down the robots. Although, I suppose that means that now Creo security is going to have their eyes on us as well. So we're in the sticks now. We're on our way to our final destination. Finally. It feels like it's been forever since we got our goal to go to the executive forum. And hey, I still don't trust Sally as far as I can throw her, given Mallory's storyline. But maybe she'll be of some help to us.
For your own safety, please comply with all official requests while the area is being secured.
Because I'm probably gonna need her help pretty soon.
We will build a new Eden.
So,
For all.
Creo Security's running around now. They seem to have busted down the door and made their way in. So, we're gonna have to be fighting them now, which is great.
Was Rome built in a day?
Security forces.
We all know the answer to these questions. Why do people expect the building of the atmosphere to happen so quickly?
Echelon 9 team members, please fall back immediately to the
I
executive
know,
floors.
we're all impatient.
Great! Wonderful.
Every long
Things are just getting better all the time now. We got Creo Security attacking us, and I'm gonna have to cut their arms off, and they're not even crazy. They're just mind controlled.
payload distribution, chemical composition, even down to the recycling of materials.
At least we picked up a couple of new
Our
weapons.
scientific staff, labor
You know,
day and night,
like we can still salvage this. We're gonna want to talk to Sally, cause maybe she'll have some advice to give us about all this bullshit. I don't feel good about it, about accepting her help,
very bound
especially not after the things we've learned about her from Mallory and her storyline. But at this point, I don't think we really have any choice, because look at how these people are knocking me around. Look at how much damage they deal. Look at how tough they are.
we will build a new
We're gonna need an alternate strategy, I think. Because this is not gonna work. Echelon 9, the Creo security team, is now going to be hunting us like a predator to prey, and
know the answers to these questions.
they're a little intimidating. They have this crazy staff moveset that's really cool and also very dangerous. And also they can fire stun shots from a shoulder rocket launcher thingy that'll stun you and make it so they can just knock you around for a little bit.
Project resolved.
They're tough enemies, really tough, and they are definitely a force to be reckoned with, especially if there's more than one of them.
Chemical composition, even recycling of materials.
Thankfully, their heads leave their bodies just as easily as the rest of the folks we've dealt with so far.
Staff labor day and night to improve.
Shouldn't you be at your designated
Hey, Alec,
website?
you might not want to go outside, because things might have gone a little bit screwy lately. Just a little bit. Alright, so we've got 150,000 tech scrap. So maybe let's do some leveling up here so that I can cram some more implants into my Warren. Because, you know, we've picked up a lot of new weapons, a lot of new items, a lot of new,
Remember, safety
a lot of
at
new
work
suits.
is our highest priority and should be yours.
Yeah, something like that. And we're going to have a good chance to use them in the coming episodes. So, you know, I'm just going to focus on leveling up for now. Don't worry, we'll have ample time to demonstrate new equipment and implants. Because we may be headed to the executive forum, but that doesn't mean the game is over. We've got quite a ways to go. The MG Gorgon or Gorgon suit is the suit worn by the Creo security folks, and it's one of the more useful actually. It's got a really good set bonus. I believe I put it on actually. I believe the Proteus suit and the security suit are the two exosuits that I bring with me to the end of the game. I think. It's been a while since I watched this footage. It surprises even me sometimes. But yeah, we just gotta wail on them for a little bit. You might have noticed actually that the Proteus weapon is not very good. This microscope thingy. Like, it kills stuff real good, but it's really slow even with the Lynx gear. And it's just a shame. I wish it was better. And so it's back to Central Production B we go. Because, we have a date with the Executive Forum, now that it's open to us. And look at this, the whole vending machine cult is dead. I guess Creo Security was not so kind to them on the way in. What? Hey! Okay, not going back that way. We're going the long way, I suppose. Ugh. Gotta be real sneaky. Gotta be a real stealthy exosuit man. I feel like being stealthy would probably be like, I don't know, maybe not impossible. Like, maybe if the enemy was hard of hearing, but it seems like it would be a little difficult, considering the big, clunky, creaking metal exoskeleton surrounding your body. But then again, maybe it has like sound dampeners that help out with stealth. I don't know. And hey, look, it's everybody's favorite enemy type. Back again to kick my ass once more. The robo security tripods have returned with a new paint job, more health, and a couple of new ways to beat me up. But these ones are different than their counterparts, because instead of just dropping ancillary cores, they drop an upgraded ancillary core that gives you, I think it's like twice as much power. It's really useful, actually. So like, you're gonna need them too if you want to wear some of the higher level suits, because some of the heavy equipment costs a lot of tech scrap, which is very unfortunate. So you may recall a conversation we had at the end of the last episode with Alec Norris, wherein he detailed what was wrong with Maddie, preventing her from moving around. Maddie is one of these wheelie robots, and Maddie's missing a wheel, and this thing has 3 of them. I think it can spare one. So you know what? I'm just gonna beat it up and take one, because it doesn't seem like it's using it anyway. You know, just standing here waiting for people to beat up. That's no way to live your life. So I'm going to end it. Although that does pose an interesting question. I wonder if Maddie has sentience because Alec gave her sentience? Or I wonder if these things just have sentience by default. In which case, uh-oh. So yeah, for Alec's quest line to continue, you have to bring Maddie a wheel before going to the next area, which of course is the executive forum. We are finally going to be making our way there. And we have a little bit more running around to do. You know, now that Creo Security has taken the place over, a lot of stuff has changed. There's a lot more stuff to pick up, especially now that we are getting higher up in core power. A lot of new doors and stuff will be available to us. But we'll wait just one more episode before we do that, because the game's Metroidvania may kick itself into high gear. And I don't feel like fighting any of these people, so we're just gonna run past them.
Welcome, Warren.
Hey Alec, I'm back. Things are a little bit nuts out there.
Please tell me you found a leg for Maddie. I've been trying, but the damage... there's no way I can fix this without one.
Sure did.
Take a look at this. Can you make use of it?
Yes, perfect. Thank you. I can't tell you how grateful I am. I don't have much you'd find useful, but please take this in return. Everything's going to be okay now, Maddie. You'll be running around in no time, you'll see.
All right then.
So, what are you gonna do now?
You mean as soon as Maddie feels better? Try to get out, I guess. I don't know what's going on here, but it's not improving. So, you know, I'm not gonna take any risks.
Good luck with that.
I should leave. Take care now.
You too.
And you all take care as well, because I'll see you in the next episode, when we finally reach our destination.